the territory of Christmas has started to expand so much beyond its natural realm that if there is any kind of a war on Christmas, it's about as effective as the war on drugs.
What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for being with us today. This is the Deviance Welcome podcast, brought to you by Ball Little Patience. I'm John, and with me, as always, my co-host, Sel. Say hi to the people, Sel.
Hi, the people.
Fantastic. First off, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for any audio issues there may be. We are not able to be in the same room because fuck COVID. It kind of sucks, but we're going to power through. So if there are, if there is any bad audio, we apologize in advance. Wow, that might be the most optimistic I've ever heard you.
I mean, I got booster shot yesterday, and so I was expecting to feel a little miserable, but then I've also been loading up on ibuprofen.
Gotcha. I heard you're not supposed to take ibuprofen.
I double checked that, and it turns out that there is no scientific evidence supporting the idea that non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs do anything, like have any contraindications or whatever with COVID.
I see. Okay. So apparently there's a war on Christmas. Again, I don't even know how many wars there's been this time. We're going to label a few, but I stopped counting. It seems like every year we have something. And now allegedly a homeless man and possibly a mentally ill man has lit a Christmas tree on fire outside of Fox News. They replaced it already, though, because, they can do that.
Right. Because they have fuck you money.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. $500,000 worth of fuck you money, apparently.
Right.
Peter Ducey, I think is his name. He made a question about whether or not Biden thought he was doing a good enough job with keeping everything at bay and governing this situation because a $500,000 tree was torched. I'm sitting here like $500,000 for a Christmas tree? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, and you're mad that a homeless man lit it on fire. Well, maybe if you'd have bought him a sandwich, he wouldn't have lit your Christmas tree on fire.
Right.
Like $500,000 buys a lot of sandwiches, dude.
Yeah. That puts a lot of homeless people into shelter, fed, clothed, and would probably make them way less angry and liable to set shit on fire.
Yeah, right. Like the way I'm looking at it is, this guy there. We don't have a motive from the accused, as far as I know, but I mean, I could definitely make the case that maybe he was outside of the station trying to panhandle for a while, and instead of just getting a casual no, they were probably extra asshole-ish. So, I mean, I'd burn your fucking Christmas tree down, too. You want to be assholes about it.
Sounds to me like this guy is a hero.
I mean, yeah. But our Fox News anchors are pushing for this to be labeled as a hate crime. Predominantly, I guess, so that he will be held without bail.
Okay.
He's already
no. The guy who is homeless is going to have a place to stay, get medical care, and food. Not good food, but at least it's food.
Right. Some sort of nourishment.
Right.
I mean, but yeah, we're labeling this as a hate crime. I find that laughable at best. I have a Christmas present for you, Sal.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Tucker Carlson made a quote this week.
Oh, God.
And I'm not going to bother reading it to you. Merry Christmas,
bud. Yes! I win!
There you go. I am happy to have made at least one Christmas wish come true. That said, yeah, they're pushing for this to be a hate crime. Talking about, it's a crime against religion. We're trying to suppress a Christian holiday, and this guy is directly attacking Christian values, and just really a homeless guy, possibly mentally ill, lit a Christmas tree on fire.
Yeah.
I like watching things on fire. I mean, I love camping because I'll sit and stare at a campfire for hours. Maybe he just wanted to, maybe he was trying to get warm. It is winter in some parts of the country,
Sure.
you know? Like, I mean, it's 60 degrees yesterday here in Michigan, but
and then snowing today.
Right, of course. But maybe he was trying to get what there are other motives. I am certainly not jumping to war on Christmas. But man, if you want clickbait, you jump to war on Christmas.
I mean, if I had to guess, based off of most of the signs that I see homeless people carrying, he was not attacking Christian values.
What do you mean?
I mean, most homeless people, when I see them having a sign, it's, God bless and, in Jesus' name, blah, 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 blah.
That is a good point.
Homeless people's signs notoriously have, like, Judeo-Christian fucking terminology all the fuck over it.
They're trying to appeal to the rich people in this country.
Sure, but, I mean, they're trying to appeal to people's sense of charity, period.
Right. So, what did you think when you read these articles? I laughed most of the way through them, but I'd love to get your cursory thoughts on these.
I mean, look, I think this war on Christmas thing is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
Oh, good.
Is the stupidest fucking thing ever. Like, you literally have a national holiday that nobody's ever trying to get rid of, right? Like,
God, no. How much money this fucking holiday makes? They start celebrating it before Halloween.
Right, exactly.
Because it makes money.
And that's exactly it, is that the territory of Christmas has started to expand so much beyond its natural realm that if there is any kind of a war on Christmas, it's about as effective as the war on drugs.
That was clever. Nicely done. You're on your game today. Yeah, I mean, we've heard all kinds of wars on Christmas over the years. I feel like I've heard of at least like 5 to 10 of them in my lifetime. It seems like, every couple years we have a war on Christmas. The last one we heard was, 2020, where Jim Jordan, the representative, had a quote, they tried to cancel Thanksgiving, didn't work, now they're coming for Christmas. No, there's a pandemic going on. Go ahead.
It's every fucking year. They always got to find something to be salty about.
Right. I mean, it's just, and it's literally every single year, I feel like. I mean, we had Starbucks, Trump and criticizing Starbucks for a minimalist red cup. Right. It doesn't have snowflakes, reindeer, Christmas lights. And we're trying to suppress Christmas. Like, what if they just didn't have the money for extra printing? What if they didn't want to spend the money on the ink? The CEOs needed a bigger bonus, so we cut the ink instead of the employees.
I am willing to bet that they literally just went with the cheapest ass cup and also like what they thought would be the most non-controversial cup that they could possibly toss out there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And then it just backfired.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Starbucks actually wants to do like a Happy Holidays thing. Somehow, I doubt it. But it's just, even when I heard that one, I'm like, why? There's no real war there. There's nothing. You talking about a war on Christmas? Well, watch TV at any given time during October to January, and then tell me there's a war on Christmas. Every other commercial, every other advertisement is a Christmas advertisement. We're talking about,
the thing with those is, and the reason that it's the war on Christmas with all of those are actually all war on Christmas commercials, John. Did you not know?
No, I didn't.
Because they say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, that was another one. Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas.
Instead of Merry Christmas. That is war on Christmas shit right there.
Yep, right? Absolutely.
I actually did some digging into not in any great deal of depth or anything. I looked up one article. But it was a pretty interesting article. I was looking for like when this whole war on Christmas shit started.
Mm-hmm.
And I was expecting it to be
see if
something.
You had the same answer I did.
I was expecting it to be something like the 80s or 90s, and this article to be talking about how, like, the tendency of the rate of profit to fall forced corporations to, like, start including people other than Christians in their marketing strategies for the holiday season. And in order to do that, because they needed to make more money, and so they needed to pull more customers in during that season, and so they started. So then they started getting a little bit more neutral on their terminology in order to try and, you know, make it a more inviting space for non-Christian folk who might want to participate in the holiday season. Right? I expected it to be that. Turns out, the very first, like, start of War on Christmas was when our very good friend, sponsor of the podcast, Henry Ford. You
let me know if you want me to leave that in. But tell me now, because otherwise I'm leaving it in.
I mean, most people understand that sponsoring the pod and very good friend in these cases is very ironic. Right.
Okay. But not inaccurate, at least in terms of sponsoring.
But apparently, in the 1920s, he had a news weekly where called "The International Jew: The World's Foremost Problem."
That's right.
I don't know. Have we ever talked on this pod about how Henry Ford was very, very friendly with Hitler, and there have been numerous accusations of how he funded Hitler? Have we ever talked about that? Okay.
I don't believe we have.
Okay, well, Henry Ford was a fucking Nazi, and fuck him. But his news weekly said, quote, "Last Christmas, most people had a hard time finding Christmas cards that indicated in any way that Christmas commemorated someone's birth. People sometimes ask why 3 million Jews can control the affairs of 100 million Americans. In the same way that 10 Jewish students can abolish the mention of Christmas and Easter out of schools containing 3,000 Christian pupils."
Wow.
So let's just go ahead and go on record that the origins, at least as far as I'm seeing, of the War on Christmas as a rhetorical point is rooted in blatant anti-Semitism.
Who's surprised? No?
I mean, no.
Nobody?
No.
Okay.
I mean, what conspiracy theory isn't?
Maybe those outside of America? I don't know. Maybe not.
No,
there might be some outside of here.
That's the thing, is that, like, a lot of the modern conspiracy theories are repackagings of older conspiracy theories that came from Europe.
Right. Okay. So it's kind of like movies. Instead of coming up with new ones, they're just repackaging the old ones and throwing a different label on them.
Yeah.
How about that?
Or
can't even get a brand new conspiracy theory, for fuck's sake.
Or sometimes calling back to the previous one and then using that as a justification for, this has been going on this whole time.
Yeah, of course. Yep. I got a different answer. When we went all the way back to the War on Christmas, did you know the Puritans didn't embrace Christmas either? The Puritans.
Yeah.
We're going even further back. Because Christmas didn't fit their interpretation of the Bible. So they didn't even do Christmas.
Well, no, because it's a pagan holiday.
Right. And about that, it's a stolen holiday anyway, right? I went through and looked because I'd always heard this and I knew some things here and there, but there is a list of traditions that are, quote, Christmas traditions that they're not Christian. They came from somewhere else.
Literally all of them.
All of them.
Literally all of them.
Yeah,
they were all converted versions of whatever the pre-Christian tradition was,
right,
for a given region, right? Because they all had their own traditions that were all, specific to their own, their own, material surroundings, right, and their own world at that time, right? and Christianity just came in and was like, okay, it's Christmas now, not this other thing. So now, all of your drinking and debauchery and orgies, we don't do that, but you can still have eggnog.
Just like Christians to ruin the fun and leave us a disgusting drink. Ugh.
That one's.
I see people drinking eggnog and I can't do it, man. It just, like, why would you want to drink snot? It's gross.
Just drink rum. Damn it.
I mean, okay. I like to smoke my Christmas tree, but you go ahead,
Hey!
drink your rum. You know? But I thought it would be funny to go over some of these, since, you know, there is supposedly a war on Christmas. Why
Sure.
don't we shoot some shots and point out some of the things that are actually, you know, pagan holiday traditions in Christian rapping?
Yeah. The occupied territories of pagan traditions that are now like gentrified by Christianity in Christmas.
Right. Some of the ones I don't see this anymore. This has kind of gone the way of trick-or-treating as far as I've seen. But caroling. I don't see carolers anymore. Do you? Do you ever see carolers?
We don't live in wealthy enough neighborhoods for carolers. We have to go to where the rich people are to see carolers, because those are people that have a shit ton of time on their hands. They can afford really thick socks.
I don't know, we live in Michigan, homie. I invested in thick socks.
And they're, I mean, I have thick socks. It was a joke, but but you know, they have the time to waste on something like that. You know, like they don't have to watch the kids when they go out caroling because the nanny does it. You know what I mean? Like, that is the level of situation for them in terms of why we don't see it very much, because we're too fucking tired after working 40, 50, 60 hours a week to go out and sing to strangers.
You're not wrong.
Well, maybe you and we're not too tired to go out and sing to strangers because you know, band, well, but
that's what we do.
Right. but I don't go caroling.
Right. I have actually been caroling one time in my life. I was a very, very young lad.
Yeah, like 7.
I think I was probably like, I was like, 7 to 10 range. But you've been caroling?
Yeah, once when I was like 7.
Yeah.
And it sucked. Right? Like, you have to be a supremely bored person to do this.
Right.
And you have to have so much time on your hands to waste your time on this, because it's boring. It's cold.
Yep.
Christmas music sucks. Like, Christmas
I followed
music.
A girl, that's why I went.
Oh, I mean, legit. But Christmas music sucks, and like Christmas carols are the worst of them. Right? Like I could get down on some fucking Trans-Siberian Orchestra and be like, okay, this'll work, this'll fly for me. But then like
I do dig the TSO.
But like "Oh Silent Night," sung by a bunch of people who can't carry a tune.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Right? The drunker they get, the more off key it becomes. Because they got eggnog in the thermos.
Right. Well, no. See, here's the thing, is that in the rich neighborhoods, they have eggnog on standby. So when you go to the house to carol, the person at the house like loads you up and gets you wasted on the nog. Right?
Oh, how about that?
See, so it is like there is, some motive for it for some people if you actually like eggnog.
I guess, man. Ugh. I don't know. I'm trying to get in the holiday spirit a little bit more this year. Usually I'm a huge Grinch, and this year is no different. From October, when they started celebrating Christmas, through until the end of November, I am the most Grinchy you will ever see, because I can't stand the fact that we have to celebrate this fucking holiday for 3 months. For 3 months, right? Right. 3 months. But there's a war on Christmas. But we celebrate this shit for 3 months. Right. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to get myself kind of in the groove this year and see if maybe I can change my attitude and have a little bit of a better time around Christmas. So I'm trying to be a little more lenient with the Christmas carols. Some of them I don't hate, But you're right. By and large, Christmas music is not great.
Right. Okay, so after my tangent of how shitty Christmas caroling is, where did that come from, and who did the Christians steal it from?
Well, I have this little blurb here. Caroling wasn't actually done in churches until St. Francis around the 13th century. Thought it might be a nice idea. Before then, waysailers would sing and shout to drive away spirits that might hinder future crop growth.
Okay, so it's a kind of actual innovation on their part that has maybe some tenuous links to something else. So okay, that's one of the weaker ones. Give me another one. Hit me with another one.
The pagans used to sing and shout to drive away spirits.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
yeah.
I mean, absolutely stolen. Absolutely.
Okay. I mean,
just like everything else. Here's a good one. You'll like this one. Mistletoe.
Oh.
You ever kissed somebody under the mistletoe?
Once or twice, maybe.
Once or twice.
It's you know, it's.
You had to have gone to a Christmas party at some point.
I mean, to me, like that whole tradition feels really rapey. Like, we're under the mistletoe. You have to kiss me now. Like,
that's funny.
Can we like? It's just so creepy. It's so creepy, and so I've never like wanted to be that guy. That's like, I don't know. It just seems gross.
Well, okay, you don't have to make it gross. Like, I've walked under a mistletoe and not kissed a person. It can have. It's not like
sure.
It's not like, you know, on Supernatural you hit like the devil's trap or something and you can't get out of the circle until you kiss somebody. I could totally see how you would consider that rapey and creepy. Sure. Because that's no good. But
I don't know. Like on all the Christmas movies, like I always see like this like weird shit of some dude being like, you know, oh, we're under the mistletoe, gotta make out, let's make out now. And it's like
rich white guys being creepy.
Yeah.
Shocking. The Romans used to honor Saturn by conducting fertility rituals under the mistletoe. Now, the Christians obviously can't take it that far. but it's totally okay to be kissing under the mistletoe. And we're going to just ignore the fact the Romans were doing it forever before the Christians even started.
They were going whole hog with the log, huh?
Right. Oh yeah, Saturn is not happy with the honorings of the Christians because they're really going PG, and Saturn, I guess, is like a rated X type of guy. So, but yeah, that was another one stolen from the Romans.
Okay. I mean, that on that one, we gotta again point out that the Romans stole their shit from the Greeks. So.
Right. Well, okay. Sure.
So this is many layers of theft.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything has already been done, right?
Sure.
At this point, it's 2021, dude. There is no original anything.
Right.
Everything came from somewhere. If you get any sort of inspiration from anything. But even presents, the Romans gave gifts between Saturnalia and Calends, I think is how you pronounce that.
Uh-huh.
During the Middle Ages, French nuns gave gifts of food and clothing to the poor on St. Nicholas Eve.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, up until the early 1800s, most people exchanged gifts on New Year's Day, and usually it was just one present. That wouldn't fly here with the corporations the way it is.
Look, you can't make enough money off of doing that.
Right, usually just one present rather than a massive collection of gifts.
Right.
Because, you know, we can't do that here in America because Black Friday needs to happen.
Right.
We need to go and trample people and, you know, fight people in the aisles for toys because Christmas.
And have like super spreader events.
Exactly. Well, it's the Christmas spirit. We can't cancel Christmas.
I'm giving you the gift of COVID.
Sell. Gifts on Christmas are important. Don't be part of the war on Christmas, Sell. That's un-American. We are one nation under God.
Since the 1950s.
Right. Whenever somebody asks, or whenever somebody tells me we're one nation under God, I'm like, yeah, which one? They don't like that answer. I love it. Decking the halls.
With boughs of holly?
Indeed.
Fa la 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 la.
Wow. That wow. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Romans honored Saturn during Saturnalia by decorating with hearths, boughs of greenery, and even metal ornaments on trees. So
Oh,
while you're putting ornaments on your trees with your family and playing fucking Mariah Carey for the 100th goddamn time, remember, you're honoring Saturn, not
yay!
yeah. So that's cool. Don't forget. Do you have a Christmas tree at your house, Sal?
Yeah, my partner has set up a fake little like 2 foot tall tree as something
Okay.
that can be crammed in the corner and kind of have like a nod towards Christmas trees, but like we don't really have the space for one.
Nod towards Saturnalia tree.
Right. or
Yeah.
the Yule log.
Which is the next one on the list.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. Do you know where that came from?
The Yule log.
Uh-huh.
I believe that one was a Germanic tradition that was just this big fucking dense piece of fucking wood that they burned because it burned forever.
Yep.
And it was just keep the house warm.
Yep. The winters of Norway.
Norway. Okay.
Yeah. On the night of the winter solstice, you'd put a log on the hearth that would burn forever to celebrate the return of the sun each year.
Hey.
So, I mean,
Because in Norway it's gone.
I'm sure. I'm not that worldly, so I'll take your word for it.
I mean, it's just the physics of when you go that far north. You know what I mean?
Are we into like 30 days of night territory,
Yeah, kind of.
like in Alaska?
Yeah,
See, I know about Alaska because it's in our country, even though it's really far away.
sure. But I mean, it's I'm
Because
not sure.
America, Sal.
I'm not right. I'm not sure of the exact latitude or longitude of Norway or of any given part of Norway, but I'm pretty sure it's up there at Alaska level of north.
Well, you brought it onto the pod, so you're accountable for the words of your voice.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, we're doing this war on Christmas yet again every single year. I feel like we're just kind of riling the publicans up. Just kind of, trying to spur the.
Look. It's something for the papers to print.
Clickbait.
Right. They need clicks, and rage clicks get the most clicks.
And oh man, are they getting them?
So anything that's even remotely rage clicky is going to get posted.
Well, thank you so much for checking us out today. This has been Deviance Welcome. You can check out more episodes and get access to the latest everything on the website, falllittlepatience.com. Sign up for the mailing list and tell us what kind of topics you'd like to hear. Check out the sock meds if that's your thing, facebook.com/falllittlepatiencemusic.
On Twitter at VOLATYLPATIENCE, spelled weird because Twitter did not give us enough characters.
Thank you, Twitter.
And spelled normally at volatile_patience on Instagram because Instagram did give us enough characters.
Thank you, Instagram. You can check out either of our 2 YouTube channels at Deviance Welcome or at Volatile Patience for our regular everyday channel. Check out the Deviance Welcome Facebook group where you can continue the discussion with us. Give us a review on Apple. And as far as I'm concerned, there's never really a war on Christmas. We're just clickbaiting and trying to rile everybody. Where's the holiday spirit? Why do we have to talk about wars? Why do we have to pretend that there's something going on where there's not? Do they really not have enough to bitch about? And with that, I am going to let you guys know that we are going to take a short, well, not really short, but we're going to take a break over the holidays. We're going to spend some time with the fam, and I guess we're going to do our best to not participate in the war on Christmas. And so we will see you guys after the holidays. Say bye to the people, Sal.
Bye, the people.